Good morning, Your Majesty.
Where are we?
Save your struggling, Harriet. Not to worry. No one will find us here. Soon I'll find a way to do this without needing to use you. Just a little longer.
Luther! What are you talking about? What is it you're trying to do?
What a foolish question. All I want is to finally reach infinite knowledge.
You're not my brother. Who are you?
Whatever do you mean, Harriet? You know me. I'm Luther.
Oh, you're Luther's, aren't you? Looks like this is the place. Luther?
This shouldn't work. In theory, it's completely sound. Oh, hello, Harriet. Look at you. Way out here in the hinterlands.
Luther, what have you been up to out here? You're not summoning a castrum demonica, are you? This looks different.
Castrum demonica? Please. Those things were mere paving stones on the path of my research.
And that path leads where?
Give me your best guess.
Well, it would have to be something even more shocking than the castrum, I suppose.
I want to restore beings that have been lost. To summon them back to their original state. With the ephemera as a catalyst, it should work. It can link us to worlds apart from ours. The rest? Why, it's simply a matter of time. That is, sending that being's spirit and flesh upstream through time to the proper moment.
Luther, are you sure the people will be able to accept that you've done this?
Alas, Harriet, I don't share their belief in gods. I believe only in facts and my own potential.
Sending beings upstream in time? Not even Arx has that kind of technology. If he was planning to use ephemera to do it, I'm not surprised Harriet was worried. We better hurry. This little fairy body is starting to get goosebumps.
Marvelous, Harriet. I didn't dare hope for this much magic from something so hastily thrown together. This must be the catalyst at work. Or could something about the soul itself be the key? Oh, Harriet! What troves of precious data you've brought me! What finer a guinea pig could a researcher want?
What are you trying to do, Luther? Out with it!
I'm making a fresh start, so I can succeed where I once failed. The time is finally ripe. At long last, I have the ability to see this through. And then, at last, it will be mine. Infinite knowledge. Omniscience. Wait, what am I?
Luther?
What have I been doing all this time? My dear Harriet, the only person who understood me.
Luther, no!
Of course. Why should I hesitate? I will summon the lost Akashic records. Knowledge of the entire universe will be mine! Now is the time. Here is the place. I just need to harness the power of the ephemera and perform the conjuration properly. I will know it once more. All that is, was, and ever will be. You see, Harriet, won't it be wonderful?
You speak of a line we were never meant to cross. Try as you might, Luther. You'll never succeed.
What?
Have you already forgotten, Luther? When the proof is right here, chained up before you!
Emergency announcement. Signs of Deus Eska have been detected on Earth. We are currently preparing to mobilize.
Luther? What did you call me here for?
There you are, Harriet. You weren't followed? It'd be hell to pay if Father found this place.
Father's furious. He says we're shirking our responsibilities. I had to try and calm him down myself. Have a heart for your sister, Luther.
I'm surprised he hasn't realized it's a waste of time entrusting his errant son with royal duties. An utter waste of my time. Leaving petty things aside, you asked me why I called you here, yes? Well, I finally found the next step beyond conjuration, summoning beings upstream or downstream through time. Quantum conjuration.
And your plan is to follow through with this quantum conjuration?
Of course. What would my years of research have been for if I didn't bring this to fruition? I'm going to finally understand how this world began. Dear sister, I'm going to summon the primordial being. I'll know all there was to know. Doesn't the idea just tantalize you? Harriet! Harriet! Damn it, wake up! Stay with me! It's all my fault! I conjured that awful thing! If someone has to die here, it should be me! Please, Harriet! Don't die! Not you. Anyone but you! Come back to me!
What did you see this time? Luther was crying and cradling Harriet? And she was dead? Wait, but Harriet's still alive! that's who we're going to save! But if what you saw really happened, and Harriet did die, then... who, or what, is the Harriet we all know?
The pieces are all in place. It's time to perform the quantum conjuration on the Akashic records. And Harriet, what a perfect vessel you'll be. Just think, you'll be reborn at last as an almighty being. What's wrong? There's nothing to fear. This isn't death. It's a new beginning. You'll play host for something far greater. Its soul will keep yours company in that body. And with your help, at last, infinite knowledge will be mine!
And then what, Luther? If that's who you even are. What do you see when all of that is said and done?
Are you questioning a scientist on the value of his work?
If my life is the cost of helping save our people, or perhaps even the world, then you can have it. I'll give it gladly. But you seem to have something else in mind, so I think I'll choose to die for something far greater. My entire existence, the reason blood pumps through my veins, is so I can fight for those who cannot fight for themselves. And as the one who brought me here for that very purpose, you should know better, Luther.
Brought you here? But that can't be. I saw you. You were right here, Harriet. You were laying right here.
Harriet, are you all right? Guardian! Sierra! I was hoping you'd come.
How did you meddlers find this place?
It's right where you said it would be. I guess that means everything you saw was real.
I can't believe this. You find a way to be a thorn in my side every single time. Were you born to destroy my work?
Hold on. Every time? Right. No one else but the Fallen would have said that.
Fallen? Luther, the Fallen. Yes, it is I. The man who will become one with the Akashic records. And you Arx pissant. Trying to thwart me just once didn't satisfy you?
Please be careful!
Emergency! Code Q!
over. As long as I have the ephemera, I can still do this.
Ignore those things. He'll just keep conjuring new ones. Focus on stopping Luther. Wait, Harriet! Luther. The Fallen, was it? If you're planning to use all that wisdom and power for your own selfish ends, instead of for the people of our land, then I will stop you. That is my duty, as the Queen of Quento, and as your sister!
It's all right, Harriet. You've been exceptional. You dealt justice even to me without flinching. If you bear that determination proudly on your sleeve, you'll be able to purge the ephemera.
Luther! It's you! Oh, thank goodness. I knew you would finally come back to your senses.
You jest, Harriet. As if there's been a single moment in my entire life where I behaved like a sensible person.
Oh, Luther, what possibly possessed you to do this?
When I stopped the Crimson Fellworm, I knew this might be a consequence. The ephemera. They consume your very mind, as I'm sure Lutz discovered. If that had to be the outcome, I hoped at least to help build a foundation for our country, for your rule. Harriet, you did the right thing. You held firm and brought judgment down on those who violated the ban and threw our land into chaos. Even your own flesh and blood.
Luther, please.
My ego certainly made a lot of trouble for you. Please, let me ask you one favor. Look after my sister. Stay by her side. My sister? That's rather a smug way to put it, wouldn't you say? Please spare me the trifling questions. There's just one Luther. Whatever versions of me you know, they are me. Which is to say, the desire to protect that girl was something within me all along. I just so happened to be fed up with being stuck in Gemini, and with the profound darkness too. I have no qualms with lending you my power. I won't play teacher. Just use it well. Do that, and I imagine you'll glimpse the cruelty of reality, of that ancient despair.
Luther! How?
Harriet, remember this. You are a real person.
I will! I'll remember, Luther. Harriet? It's all right. I won't cry. Tears have no place in royalty's eyes.
Emergency op announcement. We are commencing a counter-offensive against Deus Eska on Earth. All ARCS ops, please report to the quest counter to join the mission.
I've confirmed the signal. It's definitely Luther the Fallen. Did the traces it left behind in this world take shape like they did with Elder?
Yes and no. The presence of those traces influenced the Akashic Record's memories, causing this to materialize. Its abilities are just as you remember as well. I can attest, though, as I recall, you had no trouble defeating this before.
Here it comes!
You actually had words with Luther? And he said he'd lend you his power?
Do you feel physically all right?
Oh my. Is the ultimate being hoping I'll wield my influence? She needn't worry. I'm content to keep quiet. For now. My only interest is this place I'm currently occupying. I have no intention of getting involved in other trifling matters. So why don't you just act natural? It wouldn't help either of us if things suddenly got complicated.
What's wrong? Your face has turned quite a strange color. Are you really all right? Well, if you say so, I'm just worried about Luther's power getting cozy in there. So now you've got Luther's power in there too. But nothing about you looks different, statistically speaking. No increase in F factor.
It's the same as Elder. No urgent issues as far as we can tell. As for your abilities, we'll keep them under observation. But our priority needs to be Omega.
Listen, I know Luther sacrificed himself to drain the ephemera from the Crimson Bellworm. But even so, I understand why you have your doubts, Matoy, but I promise it's true. The Luther from Omega had a bit of a sharp tongue, but he was a good brother at least, right?
Well, Omega is just a replay of the memories in the Akashic Records, after all. Maybe the Luther you met there was like the one we knew, back before we'd ever met him. The pre-Luther Luther, if you will.
Well, I guess that would fit in with what Euclida once told us. Apparently, when she was a apprentice, even her mind wasn't fully her own. We know Luther wanted to control the Dark Falls' power, but maybe he was the one getting controlled instead. But there's no way we can actually confirm that. And even if we could, it wouldn't excuse what he's done. But there's one thing that still bothers me. In those visions of Harriet's and Luther's past...
Harriet's death, yes? If Luther was involved in that, well, there must be a deep, dark secret hidden somewhere.
Let's try asking Harriet more about it once she's had time to collect herself more.
Hey, you. Kick this fresh meat jackass out of here already. He's nothing but an eyesore.
Not too sharp, are you? This fresh meat is a photoner, and has been around since well before your own infancy.
And what, you think you're His Highness Luther just because you're old? You're dumber than your little twig-ass looks.
Your voice wastes air like your mass wastes space. Just the sight of you makes me question every advance Arx has made.
Yeah, there was this real fuck-up of an overseer who ran Arx right into the ground. Could be his fault. Am I wrong?
Oh, absolutely. I'll admit it. Your existence is my greatest failure as Overseer. It would torment me if I didn't make that quite clear.
Oh, mind your own damn business and get lost.
What a delight watching you struggle to be consistent for even 10 seconds. So you no longer need their help. You're an extraordinary fool. You're practically too hideous to exist. I suppose it's no wonder Elder was so smitten with you as a vessel.
You sure like running that fancy mouth. Need a reminder as to why everybody calls you the Fallen? Take a swing at me and find out!
Well, I agree that the time for talk is over. Clearly, you're utterly beyond hope. Well, you may be a lost cause, but you're a rare find nonetheless. Let's not disrespect our host. You may stay for now, I suppose.
Uh-huh. Talk all you want, you little shit.
You're damn right. Although we haven't been toughing it out alone, thanks to Arx.
I went ahead and gave Enga a rundown of what's happening with the Akashic Records, since it looks like it's affecting Earth, too.
Sounds like that whole mess on Earth was pretty much halfway responsible for what's been going on. I mean, materializing an entire world is sorta a little beyond what happened to us, but it's not that far off from what Deus Eska did. Oh, things are hunky-dory down on Earth, by the way. Hitsugi and Al are doing fine. Earthguide and Mother Core still have to play whack-a-mole with the odd phantasm, but nothing we can't handle together. And hey, when they bring out the really big guns, Arx has stepped in. So we still have our problems, but no problems. In a word, the whole peace on Earth thing is kind of working out for us now. Oh, and that geezer Eritron and the math nerd are off to the US on business. Seems they're trying to get a hand from overseas with analyzing the weird stuff they've been seeing in space. Crap. Speaking of the math nerd, looks like Ak wants to chat all of a sudden. Can I just ignore it? Nah.
Listen up, Mr. 10% Casanova. When I call, you pick up in 2 rings.
Look, we can't talk if you blow out my eardrums. Just tell me what's up already.
Wait. Are you with the Oracle fleet? What are you doing all the way out there?
What do you think? I'm on some kind of space yoga retreat? They asked me to come. They got a situation here.
Oh, right. Well, listen. We've got a situation too. A full-on 200% capital S situation.
Okay. You might want to elaborate on that one.
You two couldn't communicate your way out of a paper bag. Perhaps I should explain.
You're here too, Gramps. Guess shit must have gotten pretty real after all.
Excuse you, 10% Playboy. How come you start taking it seriously when he says it?
That'll do now, Oak. Arx folks, if you'd be so kind as to lend me your ears. A black hole suddenly sprung up a little too close to our solar system for comfort. Now, it's far enough away that we don't seem to have an immediate problem on our hands.
Supernova could form with no warning. Plus, according to our scientists, it's getting really huge, really fast. This is definitely not normal.
So what's gonna happen if it keeps up this growth spurt?
What do you think happens with black holes? It'll gobble up everything. That's definitely curtains for Earth, let alone the entire galaxy.
Oak and I are working to drum up a little support with the investigation from a few countries' governments. So, young Mr. Yasaka, you let us know right away if you learn anything valuable from Arx.
What are the odds that we'd both be up against suddenly appearing, rapidly expanding black holes? I guess if the Akashic Records hold memories of the entire universe, it makes sense that they'd affect different dimensions in the same way.
I'm feeling more and more like I've got some skin in the game here. Guess I'd better go tell Hitsugi and Al what's up. If anything happens, let me know. Think of me like your point man for all things Earth.
Understood. Thanks, Inga.
Ah, perfect timing. I was just about to call you.
Can we get this over with already? I've got 1,000,001 things to tend to in general affairs. What's so important that you need both guardians in here anyway?
Well, making a plan to save the world, essentially. Isn't that right? Quick question first, Sarah. Can you tell me how many people are in this room?
Huh? Well, the 2 guardians, you and Sierra makes 4. What, is Kuna hiding out in here somewhere? Please tell me there's a point to all of this.
I guess not. Just wanted to see your smiling face.
What?
Oh, Sarah. Glad to see you're still your adorable little self.
Don't be gross. And if you want to hide something, try to change the subject a little less blatantly.
Well, it's just that...
Oh, it's fine. I guess you're just not ready to tell me yet. But I hope it happens sometime soon.
Level-headed as always, Sarah. You can tell we must be linked.
I'll take the compliment, but you can keep the comparison, thanks. But really, if you get these 2 in over their heads, you'll answer to me. You 2 had better not shirk on those regular medical checkups. Philia's pretty steamed you haven't been showing up.
Right. Sorry.
Tell it to Philia, not me. See you around.
How come Sarah couldn't see you, even though she and Xiao are linked?
Well, it's hard to say what exactly determines whether someone can see me. Xiao and Sierra can see me because they're basically derived straight from Xion. And so can the 2 of you.
But I guess just being linked to Xiao wasn't enough to let Sarah see you.
I figured it would work because your bond with Xion was similar to my photon link with Sarah. But no dice. I guess you have some kind of stronger link than that. Some element of Xion must still be alive inside the 2 of you. That must be the reason why you can see Alma.
Well, here's how I choose to look at it. Thanks to your connections to Xion, I get to talk with all 4 of you, right? We can worry about the ins and outs of it later. For now, I'm just grateful. I'd be much lonelier without the 4 of you to talk to.
Bye for now.
Hello there. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hello there. Goodbye.
How are you doing? See you later.
Hello there. Goodbye.
Pull yourself together, Aurora. What happened to you being a so-called goddess of beauty? Is this the way a goddess behaves?
Even goddesses can be affected by things such as this, you brute. Besides, I'm not the type of lady to cling to my past glory forever.
Well, what a wonderful improvement.
What are you two doing? Something seems weird here, for lack of a better word.
Our ex-goddess here seems to have smelled something strange, hence this pretending to be a bloodhound. Any idea what it could be?
Oh no! I'm sure neither of us has any idea.
Aha! I was right! Something about you smells extremely fishy indeed.
Are you sure? I don't detect any emissions from them that would give off any strange odors.
Might want to do a proper checkup then. I guarantee that something's amiss. My woman's intuition is spot on.
Oh, so this is just some intuition thing. Can you describe the feeling at all?
It was familiar, but in a scary way?
I guess goddesses have really sharp noses.
Give it a rest, Euclita. I'm just calling it like I sensed it.
Well, if you just sensed this, then what did you need to go sniffing around making a fool out of yourself for?
Look, it felt like it heightened my senses.
Wow! Aren't we blessed to have Odora, goddess of bouquet, gracing our ship with her presence?
All right, Euclita. Now you've crossed the line. Also, that wasn't funny and no one laughed.
So what exactly do you think Aurora found so familiar, yet scary? That's definitely plausible, but the Photoners would be familiar to Aurora, too. I guess Aurora herself is a being of photons, too. I'm sure she has some connection to that other world.
Now, I fulfill thy pact, my blade. Crimson Fellworm, sleep in the depths of the ground forever! Uncle.
All the suffering I've caused you. What have I done? To my king, to Luther, and Harriet, to the people of Coenzo. My regret knows no bounds. How long have I been trapped in this horrible, unending vision? This nightmare, whose dawn would not come. Until you woke me from it at last, Alice. And you, Guardian. you will always have my utmost gratitude for setting me free.
A never-ending nightmare. Was Lutz being manipulated by someone?
At this point, I've not the faintest idea. But at least my uncle's soul is finally free from the Crimson Fellworm. He can be at peace at last. I cannot thank you enough for finally ending his torment. However, the Crimson Fellworm has not been banished completely. My blade confirms this. If it was revived with the power of the ephemera, then as long as that power exists, it could be revived again at any time. I will continue to stand watch here. I imagine it's the best way I can take responsibility for what has happened.
Elise, please don't push yourself.
I know. My power alone amounts to little after all. And more importantly, I know I have a shoulder to lean on. In you, Guardian.